If the bar owner expects a merch cut, then you should get a cut of drink sales. Only seems fair.
Yeah, like a bar owner's ever going to be fair to your band. Look, they're there for one reason and one reason only, and that is to make as much money as possible. And that means taking part of your merch sales. They're damn well going to do it. Hey everybody, it is Friday. Hope you're going to have an amazing weekend. Once again, it's time for the show that's about you and not me, SMG Viewers Comments. Let's get right to it, shall we?
I'm coming from left field, but the K-pop industry has it right. When you buy an album, you get posters, postcards, stickers, picture cards, signed picture cards. You get more bang for your buck. In America, you get a CD. Nothing but a CD. Give fans more.
Hey, Daniel, you know what? I think you've got a good point there. I mean, like, I can't think of how many, CDs I've gotten from bands that hand me stuff at NAMM or whatnot, and it's all just basically like a little cardboard folder. You open it up, and yeah, you get the disc. That's it. The thing is, you're not providing anything more than what you can download. I mean, like, music is essentially a file these days, so if your band isn't giving anybody incentive to buy your product, like physical things like posters and cards and buttons and stickers and that kind of shit, they're probably not going to pull the trigger. At least that's my thought. If you make your package worth it, if you make your product worth paying money for, people will buy it, but you got to throw in all kinds of extra goodies. And the thing is, I remember having this exact discussion back in the 80s when I was a teenager. Me and my buddy, we were checking out, Priest live versus Iron Maiden live after death. We were like, why does the Priest package suck so bad? Yeah, the music's amazing, but Iron Maiden gives you all these extra pictures and all this other shit. We always felt it was a better value for the money. That still rings true to this day. Think about that when you think about selling your own CD.
I really love this show, especially appreciate how practice, hard work, and dedication is often lambasted by so-called musicians in favor of personal style and in defense of my sound. I'd like to add my 2 cents here as a professional freelance writer. If you haven't mastered your craft, you don't have a style. Full stop. What you have is your ego blinding you to your own faults. I really wish that musicians had to go through the same rejection process we writers have to go through. Write a piece of music, really pour your heart and soul into it, get it as polished as possible, and send it off so you can receive a rejection letter, often without explanation or feedback. Repeat that process 3 to 10 times a month for a couple of years, and you'll discover that you have honed your craft and found your style. Rejection is a powerful motivator to improve, and it also gives you the necessary perspective to determine if you actually love your craft or if you're just a hobbyist. Keep up the good work, Glenn.
Hey, Thomas, that is a phenomenal comment there, man. I'm so happy to share that one with everybody. I'm just going through that, reading it off, and I'm thinking, yeah, I remember even in the early days when I was in a band, we'd send off tapes to everyone. We wouldn't even get any feedback. It'd just go off into the abyss, and, the record labels wouldn't even give us as much as a response to say, hey, we got your package, and we ignored it. We didn't even get that far, so at least you got rejected. We didn't even get acknowledged that we existed. And unfortunately, the music industry really hasn't changed that much. Most indie bands are just completely ignored. At least now you can put your stuff up on YouTube and get some feedback in a public forum. And, you should know if you're doing well or not by the number of views you get. If nobody's paying attention to you, maybe it's time to change your shit up a little bit.
I had a girlfriend in the band once. She promised me that if the band broke up, we'd still be a couple. And if we broke up, she'd still be in the band. She quit me and the band on the same night.
I am shocked, I tell you. Absolutely shocked, because that never happens.
Glenn, are there any DAWs that come close to the sonic fidelity of Pro Tools without the monthly fee to use it? I've been doing my own electric guitar production for about 16 years now as a fun hobby outside of work. However, I can't seem to match the sonic quality of Pro Tools. I've used every program from Reaper to Audacity. I can't seem to match the sonic quality Pro Tools has. Any advice? Love your channel. I've learned a lot, including setting my monitors properly. That I greatly thank you, man. Cheers for West Virginia, brother. My issue is I'm having one track mix my band stuff in Pro Tools. It sounds amazing. I feel kicking my ears. However, I can't achieve that same sonic quality in other programs. Or is this why everyone insists on using Pro Tools, even though I personally hate it?
Dude, what in the fuck are you talking about? Sonic fidelity of Pro Tools versus everything else. Where is this coming from? As far as I know, as far as I can tell, yeah, Pro Tools has no sonic advantage over any other piece of software out there. Now, if I'm wrong, okay, somebody please tell me otherwise, but I've never known Pro Tools to have any kind of advantage in terms of soundscape, in terms of overall fidelity, bandwidth, any of that shit. That seems like a gigantic pile of bullshit. You know what? I'm going to bring that up in the next audio roundtable I do with Pipeline and with Ethan Weiner. We're scheduling another one of those. We got a lot of feedback on that one. A lot of you guys really like that one, and we're going to talk about that. As far as I know, every DAW subbing engine is going to sound pretty much exactly the same, with one exception, and that's Harrison Mixbus, because that's designed to emulate an analog console right out of the box. But yeah, this notion that Pro Tools automatically sounds better, as far as I'm concerned, is complete and total 100% bullshit. Don't believe it for a minute. If you're not getting the same results, it's probably because you're not setting your faders up in the exact same way. The best you can do here, and this is what I would say, is take one track just a single track and render it out on Pro Tools, like say a guitar track, and do the exact same thing in Reaper and render it out. Then load up a DAW, put up the Pro Tools track, put up the Reaper track, hit play, and flip the phase and see what happens. If there's anything left over, okay, that's the difference in the sonic fidelity. But if you get silence, then guess what? The whole sonic fidelity thing is absolute and total fucking nonsense.
I wonder if Glenn is a paid endorsee of Behringer products. He talks about them a lot.
As far as to my knowledge, Behringer doesn't endorse anybody. The reason I talk about Behringer so much is because they make entry-level affordable products. And some of them are really great. I mean, like I've got the ADA8000 over here. And I bought that for like $200. The thing is absolutely phenomenal for a converter and the preamps. It's deathly quiet and it does the fucking job. The reason I talk about Behringer so much is that's what a lot of you guys are working with, because that's all you can afford. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Might as well talk to you guys about the same tools you're using and the ones you can afford to use. All right, everybody. So last week I wore a shirt on the show and I got a lot of compliments on it. So I thought I'd do something cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this available this weekend. This is going to be available till Sunday night. You can get this on a shirt and a mug and a steel tumbler. I've got this long sleeve here. You can get short sleeves as well. This is an AS color shirt and they are super soft and super comfortable. They're a little bit more money than the regular shirts, but I mean, like, I did sent your stuff there a few years back when I was down in Hollywood, and you guys sent me a bunch of your stuff. And most of the bands were cheaping out on the shirts, and it was like wearing burlap, and it was just super uncomfortable. I like people to be comfortable in my shirts. I want people to actually wear the shirts I sell, so that's why we go with the AS Color stuff for the super, super soft and comfy fit. I really love these things, and I'm wearing the long sleeves all the time. The Science Says You're an Idiot shirt. I got a bunch of them. Anyway, yes, the name for this shirt is Fuck This Clown, because seriously, fuck this guy. He is a clown. The world needs to see him for what he truly is. So I'm going to make that available till end of day Sunday. It's just a super limited run for anybody who wants it. You can follow the link in the description below and pick one up for yourself. Thanks so much for all the interest. I just wanted to wear it there last week and see if it got any response at all. And yeah, the response was actually rather positive. So yeah, if you want to get one, yeah, now's your chance. Now it's time for the Butthurt of the Week.
Pick up a fucking Carina Explorer RV and play it through whatever rig you want. Then let's see you make another opinionated bullshit rant.
Well, Dave, I went one step further there. It even got the Mustaine V. You know what? It didn't have some magical tone wood properties. It's made out of mahogany. You know, it's a decent weight. Feels pretty good. But there's nothing magical about it. Instead of whining about the videos I make, here's a better idea. Go make your own tone wood test and please prove to me how I'm wrong. Because I went and had two guitars made exactly the same with different kinds of wood. And you know the differences we heard? Like fucking nothing. If there was, it was maybe that fucking much. It was nothing to write home about. It was nothing significant. Nothing like, say, changing a speaker or a microphone in your recorded signal chain. That's going to make a massive difference. And if you just hate my guts and you don't want to listen to what I have to say, that's fine. Go check out Jim Lill's video where he makes a guitar without a body at all. And it sounded exactly like his Telecaster, because the sound on electric guitar is coming from, yep, you guessed it, the bridge and the pickups, not the wood. Please engage with reality.
Hi, Glenn. Great video. I heard from Rep Scholl that tone wood is not about sound, but haptics. You can feel what you play. Can you test that?
Okay, well, this is the thing. You know, guitar players and engineers definitely have different opinions on tone, because in my opinion, tone is this thing on the end of your guitar where you turn it up and you turn it down, you get more treble or you get less treble. That's what tone is. Tone is the overall frequency balance, the sonic signature of something. If tone wood is about haptics, about how the guitar plays in your hand, then maybe they should call it haptic wood. What do you think?
Hey Glenn, I have a question. So I've sang my whole life, but 5 years ago, around age 12, I started doing metal vocals, and over this time my screams have heavily evolved. Not only, but my cleans have too. This school year I joined a performance choir to use those techniques to get better at both, and was even offered a spot in the tenor bass choir for a college. What is your opinion on this?
I think you taught yourself how to breathe. I think you taught yourself how to work with your lower diaphragm and really get that sustain out. You know, it's not about... It's like Melissa Cross says, you don't see accordion players opening and closing, smashing an accordion together. They fill it up and then just work off the top of the tank. I think that's what you've taught yourself there. It's a great discipline to have. Congratulations on getting offered the spot in there. It's probably only going to make you a better vocalist in the long run. And that's the thing. Rock and metal singers should try branching out into different styles and whatnot. Maybe try singing in a choir or something like that just to get out of their comfort zone and hopefully explore some new directions and hopefully develop their voice even that much further. Dude, I wish you the best of luck, and I really hope it opens up some doors for you.
I got stabbed in a Wendy's. Does that count?
I don't even know how that's relevant. Sorry you got stabbed, but please take some spelling lessons while you're at it.
I'm fucking with this right now with a couple of bands' vocalists, and they think I'm a miracle worker. Oh, Zills, just throw some Melodyne on it. Dadgummit!
Yeah, isn't working with bands great instead of doing their homework? You can just fix everything and make us sound awesome. It's like microwaving a TV dinner and still calling yourself a chef.
Avoid people who play by feel. You will spend a lot of rehearsal time explaining rhythm, melody, and why certain ideas just don't sound well.
Unless they can totally tear it up, then by all means, play with people who can play by feel. But your statement is probably going to be the reality of the situation more often than not.
Hey Glenn, regards from Idaho. I know this comment might not get noticed, but have you ever thought about doing reaction videos to new era metal? Just a thought. Find something cool, review it, highlight stuff that might be cool or otherwise interesting about the song. Might help us become better songwriters. I definitely don't like the direction of everything sounding gent and being too homogenous.
Well, that's what Monday Mix Reviews are for. We get all kinds of types of music being submitted, not just metal tracks either. We're getting some funk, some soul. We even learned how to do the Otter on Monday. That was pretty interesting. Very catchy song. Honestly, yeah, a lot of the gent stuff's pretty fucking boring, to be honest with you, because it's all just variations on a theme, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sakes, can you guys do something new? But we found some really cool artists along the way. We've got Juicebox Desmond and Cletus Christ, especially Cletus. His tracks are kind of blowing me away. He's kind of like a modern Ziggy Stardust meets Alice Cooper type of vibe, and it's really fucking cool because nobody's doing this shit anymore. I really, really, really like where he's going with his songs, and they're memorable, and these are the kind of songs that stick in your head. It's not just all about a cool riff, it's about a great melody too. So yeah, if you want to check out some reactions to some modern metal, yeah, come watch my Monday live streams, because we do get to hear some really cool shit every now and then. What was the other? Quarter, he did Hamburger Sandwich. That was it was a gent song, but it was catchy as hell. Very rare for a gent song, but still very cool stuff.
Hey Glenn, have you been looking at tube prices? Given that most tubes are made in Russia, how do you see this playing out? God knows I am more concerned about suffering in Ukraine and the average person in Russia who has little say in how this war unfolded, that I pay for tubes, but do you see anyone else getting into making tubes?
Yeah, funny you mentioned that. As it turns out, Western Electric is an American-based company that's going to gear up to do guitar tubes. They're probably going to cost a fucking arm and a leg, but at least they'll be available. I mean, Russia isn't the only source for tubes, though. There's JJ in Slovakia, and I believe the Shoegang plant in China is still in operation as well. So tubes are available, but I mean, like, it's like anything, at the beginning of the pandemic, there was a run on toilet paper. Next thing you know, the prices on those went through the roof, and hand sanitizer, all that kind of shit. I think there's a serious problem with panic buying in Western culture. Just remember this. I mean, like, tubes aren't magic, and they're not going to change the overall tone of your guitar amp. We've proven that one pretty much through and through. Some are a little gainier than others, but you can get the exact same effect by turning the gain knob on your amp. Tubes aren't brighter or darker. They're not designed to be equalizers. Once again, we ran the test, and if you re-up a piece through your amp, guess what? It's going to sound exactly the same no matter the fucking tube. Like I said, it might have a little more distortion or it might be a little bit louder, one or the other, but you can compensate for that with the controls right on the fucking front of your amp. That's what they're designed to do! Just remember, a tube's designed to amplify a signal linearly. Like, it's trying to be as flat as possible. And if it's not doing that, then that's a bad design. So don't freak out too much. Just buy the tubes you can afford. You're going to do just fine. And above all, don't panic buy tubes. That's a sucker's game.
Hey, I really want to know if there's a chance of potentially making a video on upgrading the magnetics in an amp. Yes, speakers add the best tone adjustments for the money generally, but what about new upgraded transformers and inductors? I would think they changed something in the big box of magic, but I'm not 100% and I really want to know.
I've never actually upgraded the transformers, so not sure exactly what's going on there. I'm not sure if it's going to change the frequency balance in your amp or not. It might just make it a little louder or a little quieter. Then again, that's the Fletcher-Munson effect, and that's why so many people think tubes have this magic effect on them. And it's like, oh, this tube's louder, so oh wow, it's much rounder, much warmer, it's much bigger sounding. No, it's just a little bit louder. That's what you're falling for. The transformers might have something to do with that, but then again, they might not. I really don't know. I've never put that to the test. So I couldn't tell you. That'd be a hell of a test to do, to take an amp, swap out the fucking transformers for some bigger and better ones and see if there's any kind of overall change in the sound. I really don't know. I don't know what to tell you there. But be aware, if you really want to upgrade your tone, upgrade your cabinet's speakers. That's where the biggest difference and change is going to be.
Finding the right people to form a band with is the hardest thing to do. I've played with great musicians who were assholes and with beginners who were cool dudes. If I had to choose, I would sacrifice a bit of musicality for someone with whom we get along with and have fun playing music.
Hey, Jocko, you hit the nail right on the head. And, that immediately makes me think about session musicians and why they're so hard to find, because they have to be the combination of great players and just awesome people to hang out with. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to call Phil X a friend, and he's just one of those guys who's got it. He's an incredible guitar player, but he's also fun to hang out with and like no ego whatsoever. And that's why he gets the session work. That's why he gets the jobs. He's got that combination, and that's just so rare among musicians to find somebody who can do that, who can be a great musician and not be an asshole about it either. Guitar players like that are probably more rare than live unicorns.
Love you, Glenn, but I gotta call you out on this. You said you still like metal, but then proceed to name acts which are, not metal. Maybe you don't.
Oh, I don't know about that, Brent. I think I'm not the one with the very narrow definition of what is metal. You gotta remember, metal started with the Beatles doing Helter Skelter and Blue Cheered doing Summertime Blues, and then it kind of morphed into Black Sabbath. Metal is this gigantic fucking umbrella of music. It's this massively broad spectrum of all kinds of stuff. I mean, even at one point, Journey was considered metal. I don't know if I'd call them metal or not, but I would definitely call Judas Priest metal. I mean, like, they were the most metal band ever. They were a personification of metal. But a lot of guys, these say, oh, they're not heavy enough. And it's like, metal's gone very, very extreme. And it's gotten to the point where I don't think we can get any more extreme. And hopefully the pendulum's going to swing back a little bit to the point where, musicians realize, okay, we can only go so heavy. Now we're going to have to start writing songs again. Reminds me of something Wasp said, yet another metal band that might not fit in the definition you might have been considering. But Black Lawless said something really great one day after a piece of stage gear exploded on him. And he said, wow, we wouldn't have to do this if we wrote better songs. One of the bands I mentioned was Ghost, and I understand that can be maybe not heavy enough for some people, but honestly, when I listen to Ghost tracks, I'm thinking, yeah, this could have been on the Judas Priest Turbo record. Not their heaviest record either, but still considered metal in the mid-'80s, and yeah, I'd consider Ghost a metal band. In fact, they headlined the first night of Heavy Montreal, a metal festival. Again, sorry, some of the bands I like don't fit your narrow definitions of what metal is, but I think there's a lot of room for a lot of different styles within the overall, all-encompassing word metal. Anyway, that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, all that good stuff. Once again, if you wanted to get the Fuck This Clown t-shirt, you can get it this weekend and this weekend only. Then it's going to be gone for good. Get the word out. Let the world know, hey, fuck this clown. And if you guys want an honest, unbridled opinion, completely free of any corporate fuckery of the Gibson Dave Mustaine Flying V, I've got a link for the video right here. It's on Fearless Gear Reviews. We can find out if this thing is really worth the $2,800 price tag. Yes, I went out and bought this so I could give you guys the honest truth without having to be influenced by any kind of corporation whatsoever. Definitely worth taking a look at.